Welcome to the deep dive. Have you ever paused to consider how the echoes of our past actions, the known and unknown ones, continuously shape our present reality? Or maybe how those invisible threads of connection, for better or worse, weave through our relationships, sometimes across lifetimes? Today, we're pulling on those very threads. I'm really looking forward to taking you on a deep dive into the truly remarkable and deeply personal journey of Jackie, one of our listeners. She's shared a stack of sources about her life that offer a fascinating lens into these questions. Jackie's story is, well, it's a compelling tapestry of profound spiritual connection, unexpected challenges, and enduring aspirations.
Yeah, and what's particularly insightful about Jackie's material is that it allows us to explore specific life events through this framework of cause and effect, often called karma. Using the detailed information Jackie's provided, we'll try to uncover not just what happened, but, the deeper karmic connections behind her experiences, as revealed in her sources.
Exactly. That's our mission today, to unpack Jackie's personal narrative.
Do.
From her earliest spiritual awakening and the complexities of family karma, right through to an extraordinary birth story. We're going to extract some universal nuggets of wisdom, things about destiny, relationships, and the powerful impact of our intentions. Let's get started. So we begin with the foundations of Jackie's life. And right from the start, there's this powerful connection. I mean, imagine being just a child, 3 years old, and already sensing something profoundly spiritual. That's Jackie. Her sources tell us she came to Wat Phra Dhammakaya way back in 1984, introduced by her sister, who served as her kalyanamit, which is such a beautiful term, like a spiritual friend or guide.
A guide.
Yeah. At her very first meditation experience, she actually saw a bright orb. That image really stuck with her. And this wasn't just a fleeting thing. Her connection has been consistent, so much so that even now, her son, Jackie Jr., is a youth greeter at the temple.
Right. And from the perspective of these sources, Jackie's remarkably early connection isn't just, a happy coincidence. It seems to stem from a past life aspiration. She made this recurring vow a really deep-seated intention to begin creating merit, basically, accumulating good deeds and positive energy from a very young age. This aspiration, these intentions from a previous existence, are what guided her back to the spiritual path so early in this life, according to the material.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. Despite such a powerful, almost like predestined early start, Jackie candidly shares that she missed many years from the temple. She says she made mistakes and even broke all precepts. That's quite a deviation after such a clear beginning. What do you see in her karmic history that might explain this significant turn?
It's a really important question. The sources indicate that in that same past life where she aspired to merit, well, her spirit fell low at one point. She apparently fell in with bad companions, which caused her to stray from her spiritual practice back then, too. So this highlights the impact of, let's say, inconsistent merit-making and the influence of one's environment, even with good initial intentions.
Right, the company you keep.
Exactly. And that dedicated friend, her kalyanamit, the one who persevered until Jackie returned, that unwavering loyalty isn't just chance either. This friend has continuously served as her kalyanamit across many lifetimes, driven by profound love and good wishes for Jackie's well-being. It's a powerful illustration that true spiritual friendships are deeply rooted, enduring across time. They can be a real beacon even when someone strays. It makes you wonder, doesn't it, who might be that steadfast guide in your own life or who you might be for someone else?
Absolutely. Those threads of connection run deep. And speaking of deep connections, even amidst challenging moments, a different kind of thread was being woven in Jackie's life. A kind of beacon of kindness, reminding us of the power of compassion when we least expect it. During her university days, while teaching tuition, Jackie encountered a student's mother who showed just incredible generosity. Jackie had been defrauded of a 50,000 baht deposit for a job, a huge sum, especially when the job only paid 3,000 baht a month. When Jackie managed to get 10,000 baht back, this kind woman simply refused to take it, told Jackie to keep it. Jackie mentions this mentor is now deceased, and she really wants to know her current state and if her dedicated merit reached her.
Well, her sources reveal a really beautiful fate for that kind mentor. She was reborn as a beautiful goddess with a golden mansion in what's described as Tavatimsa heaven, Phase 3. The sources call it a rural Tavatimsa.
Okay, Tavatimsa heaven.
Yeah, for listeners maybe less familiar, Tavatimsa heaven is considered one of the celestial realms in Buddhist cosmology. It's a place of immense beauty and divine enjoyment, often attained through highly meritorious deeds in human life. Phase 3, or rural Tavatimsa, just helps pinpoint a specific level or area within that realm, indicating the precise fruits of her good heart and generosity. Her rebirth is directly attributed to her good heart, generosity to fellow humans, and accumulated merit in Buddhism.
Wow.
And yes, she absolutely received Jackie's dedicated merit. The sources say it significantly increased her divine wealth. She apparently held no attachment to the money she gave Jackie. She sends gratitude for remembering her. What's also fascinating are the descriptions of heavenly ornaments in these sources. Her divine rings are described as light, glowing, and moving, sometimes even displaying images of past good deeds from her human life.
Like little movies on her rings.
Kind of. It's a vivid picture of how selfless kindness can lead to these beautiful rewards, and how dedicated merit can really uplift those who have passed on.
That act of selfless generosity really speaks volumes about the karmic potential for kindness. But as Jackie's story continues, we see life also throws very different challenges, sometimes with incredibly harsh and, well, seemingly unfair consequences. In 1992, Jackie was involved in a car accident. A drunk motorcyclist swerved into her lane, and Jackie was explicitly not at fault. But even though she was cleared after a 3-year legal battle, her car was impounded for 2 months. This led to mounting debt, the repossession of her car. I mean, her sources say her life collapsed because of this incident. And this hardship tragically led her to seek solace in nightlife and gambling. That's an incredibly tough story. Her life collapsing through no fault of her own in this life, it seems. It's the kind of injustice that makes you question everything. And yet, you're saying there's a deeper karmic explanation here.
Indeed, the sources delve right into this. The karmic roots are, well, quite specific, according to them. In a previous life, Jackie, then a man apparently, got drunk and argued and fought with this exact same person who became the motorcyclist. They were from the same drinking group. What started as camaraderie turned into resentment.
Past conflict.
Exactly. This unfortunate encounter, this past resentment, manifested when Jackie's merit was low in this life, which was a direct result of that inconsistent merit-making and associating with bad companions during her earlier deviation from the path. So this confluence of low merit and a specific past karmic debt caused her life to collapse in this way, even though she wasn't physically at fault in the accident itself.
So it's like an old debt coming due when she was spiritually vulnerable.
That's how the sources frame it, yes. The resolution offered is for Jackie to consciously forgive the drunk person, make much more merit consistently throughout her life, and dedicate it specifically to escape this karma. It really highlights how recurring patterns of conflict in our lives can have these, well, ancient roots, and it demonstrates the critical role of forgiveness and the long-term impact of consistent good deeds in overcoming what seem like insurmountable obstacles.
Okay. So, amidst these really challenging times, a different kind of support system began to form for Jackie. In 1994, she met her handsome angel, her future husband. They married in 1995. And his family, especially his father, offered incredible support. This father-in-law, described as a poor police officer, helped them financially with, like, everything from utilities to starting a business. He was also a non-drinker, non-smoker, exercised daily, described as very strong.
A good man.
Seems like it. But even with such apparent strength and virtue, life's impermanence is, well, it's a universal truth. 2 years before his passing, he suffered from a stomach ailment. It was eventually diagnosed as late-stage stomach cancer. He passed away on August 16, 2002, at just 59 years old. In his final days, when he could barely speak, he insisted he saw 2 white-clad people, though his wife only saw 1 nurse. He even confirmed it by showing 2 fingers. He also showed profound faith in Luang Por, the founder of Wat Phra Dhammakaya, tapping a picture of him on his chest when breathless, giving a thumbs up. His final wish was to help build a Dhammakaya Buddha statue and a Dharma inscription. What do the sources say about his passing and those visions?
Well, the sources clarify that the 2 white-clad people were indeed a vision, but likely blurred by his illness. They state that in reality there was only 1 nurse present. But importantly, due to his deep faith in Luang Por and his consistent adherence to the 5 precepts, the fundamental ethical guidelines in Buddhism, he was reborn as a handsome deva with a golden mansion. Back in Tavatimsa Heaven, Phase 3 actually, same area as the kind mentor.
Interesting connection there.
Yes. And he received all the merit dedicated by his family, which significantly increased his divine wealth. Apparently, he now regrets not making more merit when alive, and urges Jackie to continue dedicating merit to him. And here's an interesting point from the sources. If Jackie's husband, the blood son, has greater faith in the triple gem, meaning greater conviction in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, his dedicated merit would provide more benefit to his father than Jackie's, even though both loved him deeply.
So the strength of faith matters in dedicating merit.
According to these sources, yes. It highlights the profound significance of faith and good deeds, especially in one's final moments, and how spiritual conviction can sort of amplify the benefits received by the departed.
That's a powerful distinction, really emphasizes the internal state. Now, let's turn our attention to Jackie's son, Jackie Jr. He's currently 9 years old and, like his mother in her youth, serves as a world-class youth greeter at the temple.
Following in her footsteps, in a way.
Yeah. However, his arrival into the world was quite a story. Conception was entirely unexpected after some birth control issues. Jackie tried a cheaper pill, reacted badly, stopped, forgot the old one, and, well, subsequently became pregnant. This pivotal moment actually led Jackie to stop her nightlife and fully embrace parenthood.
A turning point.
Definitely. But the birth itself was prolonged and incredibly difficult. Lasted from 2 a.m. to almost 6 p.m. Jackie experienced a severe adverse reaction to the induced labor medication. Caused intense pain, required multiple morphine shots. Because of the morphine, she couldn't push effectively, so the doctor had to use forceps, resulting in the baby having a pointed head.
Mm.
His initial appearance was described as, well, ugly flat face, hairy body, especially ear hair, bowed legs, crooked arms, and he didn't cry for 3 days, but then cried nonstop at night for weeks. What an ordeal. It sounds like a series of incredibly challenging events right from birth. What do the sources tell us about the karmic underpinnings of such a difficult arrival?
The sources offer very specific karmic explanations for these challenges, actually. The adverse reaction to the labor-inducing drug, for instance, is attributed to past karma of unintentionally kicking or hitting a pregnant cat, making it deliver prematurely in a previous life.
Wow. Really specific.
Yes. The karma wasn't severe enough to cause death, according to the sources, but it created this resonance of pain and sort of premature delivery that manifested in Jackie's difficult birth experience, amplified by the medication. It's about the energetic imprint, you could say, of the intention and the suffering caused, finding an opening when conditions align.
Okay. And the head injuries, the pointed head, falling off the bed?
Right. Jackie Jr.'s pointed head from the forceps, along with his subsequent pattern of head injuries like a swollen head from school, falling off the bed 10 times, always hitting his head. This is linked in the sources to past karma of hitting the heads of younger friends or peers as a child, causing them to fall. Even his frequent heavy nosebleeds, sometimes from both mouth and nose, are connected to this specific past karma.
It seems like these things are really connected then.
According to this perspective, yes. For Jackie, the solution presented in her sources is to accumulate all types of merit through good deeds, meditation, generosity, as this will gradually reduce severe karma to light and eventually make it disappear. It really highlights how seemingly minor actions in the past can manifest in surprising ways in the present, even influencing birth and childhood health, but also, crucially, how consistent positive action can mitigate those effects over time.
Okay, so there's hope and a path forward there.
Absolutely. And despite these challenges, Jackie Jr. possesses significant spiritual potential. He has what the sources call ordination potential from past lives. Apparently, he was a merit supporter.
Ordination potential. Merit supporter.
Right. Ordination potential refers to a strong predisposition, like a natural inclination, to enter monastic life. And a merit supporter is someone who consistently supports the spiritual community and its activities. He needs to be guided well, of course, but the ultimate decision to ordain must be his own when he grows up. The sources also state he came from a bright place, suggesting a positive karmic origin. This offers a window into, maybe, understanding and nurturing spiritual inclinations in children, and the concept of past life vows that can guide an individual's path.
That's a fascinating balance, these karmic challenges, right alongside inherent spiritual potential. And speaking of inherent patterns, let's explore the deep-seated family dynamics Jackie experiences. It's a really stark contrast between two families in her life. Her original family is described as a picture of discord. Her parents live together but don't speak, only argue, and they even eat separately. Her 6 siblings are all scattered, unable to live together. It creates an environment of no warmth or happiness. That sounds incredibly difficult, heartbreaking really. What do the sources tell us about the karma behind this family disharmony?
Well, the sources attribute this family disharmony to specific past actions. In a previous life, Jackie apparently made donations without respect. This means her acts of charity lacked genuine reverence or sincere intention. And also, she constantly argued and got angry with others. This combination of karma, the disrespectful giving, and the anger led to her being born into such a dysfunctional family environment this time around.
So the way you give matters as much as the giving itself.
Profoundly, according to this view. The solution offered for Jackie is to consciously give charity respectfully, cultivate loving kindness towards others, work on reducing ego, and actively strive to be a kind of patient and calm glue to try and bring her family together. It really illustrates how our intentions in giving and our interpersonal communication profoundly shape the harmony or discord within our family units, not just in this life, but potentially across lifetimes.
Right. And in direct contrast to that, her current family with her husband is filled with love and warmth.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful balance to her earlier experiences, and I guess a testament to different karmic forces at play.
Exactly. This positive karma is explained as being due to previous lives where Jackie and her current husband, along with his family members, made merit together respectfully. This consistent and, importantly, respectful merit making created their current warm and supportive family environment. The husband's family, as well as Jackie and her husband, have consistently been merit supporters for the spiritual group across lifetimes, though maybe in varying amounts. This really shows the enduring blessings and stable foundations that can be created by shared, respectful spiritual practice within a family unit.
It's quite a contrast. Now, Jackie also holds a really profound spiritual aspiration. She wants to be reborn as a male, ordained young, and attain Dhammakaya enlightenment from birth. That's a very specific goal. She currently observes 8 precepts on Dhamma days and 5 precepts on other days, mostly to care for her husband, who is supportive. She wants to extend this to 6 days a week of 8 precepts, maybe even lifelong. What do the sources say about the path to fulfilling such an intense and specific aspiration?
According to her sources, yes, this is possible, but there are conditions. The conditions are that she continues serving her husband as a daiva, meaning with great devotion and care, almost like he was a celestial being, and adheres to the 8 precepts on Dhamma days and 5 on other days. Or find some other sustainable and mutually agreeable arrangement with her husband for extending her practice.
So harmony with her husband is key.
Absolutely. There's a caution. If extending the 8 precepts causes disharmony or changes in the environment, the sources use this interesting metaphor like lizards making sounds indicating friction, then she should be flexible and adjust her practice. Maybe revert to 8 precepts on Dhamma Day only and 5 precepts otherwise. Harmony in her current life and relationships is presented as paramount.
Balance is important.
Critically important, and she must make this aspiration every time she creates merit. It has to be a consistent intention. Plus, she needs to commit to making maximum merit in all forms and aspire to be born in the Dusitburi Wangbun Waisit Ket Baramphosat, which is described as a high heavenly realm specifically for highly virtuous beings who are on the path to Buddhahood and aspire to never be separated from the group.
Wow. That's a lot to hold.
It speaks to the immense power of consistent aspiration and merit-making, but also that delicate balance between intense spiritual practice and worldly duties, and the importance of flexibility and harmony in one's chosen path.
This deep dive into Jackie's life has been, well, a powerful reminder of how intricate the threads of karma truly are. Weaving through past lives right into our present experiences, we've seen how actions and intentions, both positive and negative, create these ripple effects, shaping relationships, even the circumstances of birth.
Mm-hmm. And we've also explored the transformative power of dedicated merit, the enduring nature of spiritual friendships, and the profound impact of intentional aspiration on our present and future. Jackie's story really illuminates how a deep understanding of cause and effect, at least as presented in her sources, can provide clarity and, a path forward, even when facing life's most challenging moments.
Yeah, from the joys of early spiritual connection to the challenges of, well, seemingly unjust events and the contrasting warmth of different family bonds, Jackie's story truly illuminates so much about our own journeys and the choices we make, consciously and unconsciously. So as you reflect on Jackie's incredible and deeply personal story, here's a thought. What small, consistent action might you consider taking today? Maybe it's an act of kindness, maybe a moment of forgiveness, or even just a quiet aspiration you hold in your heart. Something that could profoundly shape not just your present, but your future and the connections you forge across lifetimes. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.